This is Kate O'Connor reporting for AVweb from Sun and Fun 2018. Many flight schools rely on simulators as a way to reduce cost for students and practice scenarios that wouldn't be practical in an airplane. But for small to mid-sized schools, a big simulator is often a big expense. That's where companies like Alsim come in. Along with a few others, Alsim is producing more affordable simulators that provide a more realistic flight experience. Here's Alsim's Scott Firsing to talk more about it.
So Alsim is a 24-year-old flight simulator manufacturer. We're headquartered in Nantes in France, which is just southwest of Paris. So we've been known for sort of all-in-one generic simulators, but now have expanded into specific Diamond and Cessna simulators. But what you're looking at here is our AL250, which is your all your piston aircraft in one simulator. So 3 flight models, so your single-engine piston, your complex single-engine, low-wing pitch propeller, and then also your multi-engine, close to a Seminole. Well, that is actually, because it's a generic simulator, we know a lot of the students, especially at this level of training in ab initio, will be flying all sorts of different aircraft. So that's the philosophy behind Alsim, is to have a generic simulator, because they might be going between a Warrior or a Cessna or a Cirrus or a Diamond. So it's able to not get bogged down on the memorization of an actual cockpit, but to understand how the airplane flies and be able to react accordingly. So yeah, we use a belt-driven system for force feedback, and often so it really gives the authentic feeling of actual flying an aircraft. Other people got spring-loaded. We felt that the belt and the heavy-duty build of our simulator really adds that the feeling of actual flying a real aircraft compared to other manufacturers. Yeah, the belts work by actually linked up to the electronic force feedback system, which is here in the operating system. And then when you look under the hood, you'll actually see a cogs that controls that actual sort of, so it's quite tight in terms of flight simulators. Often you'll feel some simulators are a little bit loose, but you'll feel with ours it's actually quite authentic and tighter in that respect. So we aim at sort of medium to large flight schools and universities. So our first one was actually sold at Oshkosh last year, which we had an AL250 there, to a flight school in Sarasota. But your flight school is about 100 students plus that have a variety of piston aircraft. That's where we're sort of aiming at. Because of the high fidelity, because of the visual system, that's usually what we're known for. That combination makes it a really good trainer aircraft on that level. More for your PPL, your IR, and your CPL ME ratings. So one thing about Alsim is all our technology is developed in-house and always has been. And so the visual system is no different. So it's 60 frames per second using 3 short throw projectors. So your mind is actually tricked into thinking that there's motion, but there's actually not. So it's pretty close to getting to a sort of level D or more full flight visual systems. So we never gone the motion route because we know the importance of your brain, and 80% is done with your eyes. So what you're looking at is the actual simulator is enclosed, and then we have 3 short-range projectors, 1 for the front panel, as we call it, and the 2 for the side panels that are all molded together, if you want to say, call it that, to give the visual system and the 250-degree visuals. So that's linked to PCs, so each PC actually runs each projector for that high-definition visual system. Yeah, so for the entire AL250, we've got 5 PCs, so we've got 3 PCs for the projectors, for 3 projectors, 1 for the actual simulator, and then 1 for the operating system that we use to control the sim. That's also our in-house technology as well. As far as weather, we can basically control winds, snow, hail. We also have icing on this particular simulator, so you actually see the ice come up on the wings, and we have a de-icing system. So it doesn't matter what climate where your flight school is located, hot or cold, we'll be able to allocate the kind of weather that they encounter. So this unit here actually has the actual Garmin 650s and pretty much all the options. You're looking at about 200,000 US. So there's computer screens on the actual interface and the EFIS. So you've got a choice between the analog or the 6-pack or the glass, which is close. It's a generic glass, but it's close to an Avidyne or Garmin that we've developed over the years. So it's not a specific related to a manufacturer, but it's our own technology that closely resembles several of the different systems. Yeah, as far as the landing gear switches, knobs are actually our knobs. So it's which we produce right now in France. So that's combined with the other switches, landing gears, is also our own technology. So every element of the sim that you can imagine, the switches, the knobs, the throttle is all from us in Alsim. The only thing that's not is actually the Garmin. The Garmin GTN 650 is actually purchased from Garmin. It's authentic. It's not simulated. Garmin.